My name is Adesoji Adedipe. I'm a Ph.D. Candidate in history. I do African and African diaspora history, so I work on Lagos, Nigeria, and Salvador, but here in Brazil. I got to know about the Tinker Fieldwork Research Grant through my advisor, Professor Elizabeth McGonigal, and the Director of Graduate Studies at the Center for Latin American and Caribbean Studies, Professor Robert Schwaller. And the process was smooth. There's a strong support staff and systems at Clarks that organizes workshops to take you through the process, tell you what step to take, how to answer questions, and put together a competitive application that will ensure that you get the grant and you're able to proceed to the field to Latin American countries to do your research. The most valuable part was the fact that I was able to meet the people I was studying and working on. Like I said, I do African and African diaspora history. There's a strong connection between my home country, Nigeria, and West Africa, and then formerly enslaved people who are predominantly in Salvador, but here in Brazil. So being able to go there to relate with the culture, with the religious beliefs and the traditions, to be able to do an anthropological work and live and relate with the people's experience, the lived experiences of the people that I'm studying, being able to afford to go across the Atlantic and relate my work from the other side of the Atlantic in Africa to South America is perhaps one of the most valuable, if not the most valuable part of getting the Tinker Fieldwork Research Grant. So professionally, now I can call myself an emerging Latin American scholar because of Tinker Fieldwork Research Grant that allowed me to go to Brazil, like I said earlier on, to relate and have a lived experience in the society that I study. Even though I'm a historian, my work has a strong anthropological dimension because I study the people. So it has really helped me. I do not, I go beyond just literature to say this is what is happening in Salvador, Bahia, Brazil, because I've lived there. I ate there. I related with the society and the community. I studied spatial organization. I could see the spaces. I walked through the spaces by itself. So it's giving me hands-on experience on what it is that I'm doing my research on. And like I said, it gave me a foothold to start my research that way. And that's what I'm continuing to do for my PhD now. The Tinker Field Research Grant is one grant that allows you to actualize and live your dreams. So if your dream is to do research in Latin America, this is one good opportunity to start off. It's going to give you a head start ahead of other colleagues, and it's going to lead you to live your dreams. So go for it and get it.